And still, brother versus brother heavyweight champion, Kyron Chase. Alright, for the record, I didn't beat Kyrie and in a tie, but a tie goes to the champion, so I'm still the champion. Anyway, my name is Kyron Chase, and Backlash just went off the air, and overall, good pay-per-view. Not it wasn't anything special, but it had a lot of really good matches, a great beginning and a great ending. But I'm gonna get through each match and tell you what I thought about it. Uh, the first match on the card was the six pack. The first match was a six pack women's elimination match for the crown the inaugural SmackDown Women's Champion, and this was a really solid match. Um, all six women looked good, and all six women looked good, and for me personally, thank you, Becky Lynch is the first SmackDown Women's Champion. I'm so happy about that. I in all honesty thought Nikki was gonna win. I wanted to be wrong so bad, and I was so glad I was wrong because Becky's the only women member of the Four Horsewomen who's never held a championship, which I think is sad because she's one of the best wrestlers. And the match was a really good match. I think one of the MVPs was Naomi. She had a springboard from out to the outside on everybody. The first person eliminated was Alexa Bliss, followed by Naomi, then Natalia, then Carmella rolled Nikki up, and Nikki got eliminated. And Nikki slapped Carmella, and then Carmella and Becky went for about 5 minutes, and Carmella went for her scissor lock submission, and Becky reversed into the disarmer, and Carmella tapped out, and I marked out because I was so happy for Becky. Now I'm not gonna say I cried like when Sasha won the title because my emotions aren't behind Becky like it is Sasha and Bayley, but I was so happy that Becky won, and the match was really good. All like I said, all six women looked good. Great way to show off your Great way to show off all six women. No one got lost in the shuffle. And all of them look strong in defeat. I gave that match a B plus, and the extra plus is just for Becky winning. Next up was the Usos versus the Hype Bros. For the tag team, for the second chance tag team match for the qualification to the tag team finals of the tag team tournament. This match was okay. Nothing noteworthy really came from this match. Nothing noteworthy came from this match, except the Usos debuted a new attire, and they're not doing the little Samoan battle cry anymore. They're not doing when we say ooh, y'all say ohs because they're heels now. And I'm not gonna lie, I guess their wardrobe suggests they're bad guys. I thought they were gonna come out. Thank God that they didn't really make them come out to Rikishi's I'm a bad man doing bad things. I like bad women. That song. Thank God they didn't do that. This match, like I said, this match is okay, but nothing noteworthy really came of it. The Usos won, which didn't surprise me. So it's nothing noteworthy. So I gave it a C. Next up was a really good match for the Intercontinental Championship between The Miz and Dolph Ziggler. Before the match, Miz told Daniel Bryan, "We'll go out there and do what you can't do anymore." Which, unless this is leading up to a match between Miz and Daniel Bryan, then this doesn't really make a lot of sense. But The Miz and Dolph Ziggler really put on a good match. This may have been the match of the night. Miz is one of the most underrated workers in WWE, and Dolph Ziggler more than lived up to his name as the show off. This match encapsulates everything I love about the Intercontinental Championship should be about. Great technical wrestling, great story, and great emotion. Miz worked on Dolph's knee a lot in this match, and Miz put Dolph in a figure four. And you just look how when Dolph was crawling to the ropes, the look on his face of I can't let this go because I've failed so many times before. That was a really good spot. Miz tried to spear Dolph into the turn when he was in the turnbuckle, and his shoulder hit the ring post really hard. His shoulder cracked the ring post. That made me cringe. Dolph hit the super kick, but Miz got his foot on the rope. Now, a lot of people might be angry about how this match ended. match ended because it wasn't a clean finish. Miz kind of distracted the ref. Maurice looked like she sprayed some conditioner or moisturizer in Dolph's face, and Miz hit the skull crushing finale. Was it a bad, not a good ending? Yes. But because Miz is a heel, I can accept it. It's not on the lines of the AJ Styles John Cena Money in the Bank ending where they ruined a dream match because of a stupid ending. This ending was good. It kept Dolph looking strong, and it showed Miz as a fighting champion. Well, not a fight, and it showed Miz fighting for the title. This was really a good match. Definitely a good match. And debatable my favorite of the night, depending on between this and the WWE title match. I had to give Miz and Ziggler a B plus. If I had given that women's match a B plus and not giving this a B plus, I'd have felt like I cheated. I cheated you. Next up was supposed to be Bray Wyatt versus Randy Orton, but Bray attacked Randy early in the night. But I already knew Randy wasn't competing because I heard this morning that he wasn't going to compete. So Bray won by countout. So yay, Bray Wyatt won. I'm not gonna get it a grade because I'm not gonna give it. I'm saving off my grade for next. Next up was an impromptu no holds barred match or no holds board match. I like to call it. Just playing. Between Bray Wyatt and Kane. This match was not terrible, but it wasn't very good either. I guess because they had to come up with this on the fly. They didn't really have a lot of, and they didn't really have that much time. But one of the best spots but I think the match I did enjoy it for the most part. Bray hitting the senton through the announce table was really good. He had a Uranagi on the steel chair, that was good. He kicked out of a choke slam, and then he looked like he had the match won. But then Randy came out limping because Bray slammed his ankle into a door earlier, and Bray turned around and then Bray took his eyes off Kane and then took his eyes back on Randy, and Randy hit him with an RKO. And RKO out of nowhere, even though that was one of the least out of nowheres I've ever seen. Because everyone saw it coming. And Kane hit the chokeslam and beat Bray Wyatt. You see, this is my problem. I know on one point you say, okay, Kyron, this helps further the story between Randy and Bray. True. But couldn't you have Randy attack Bray after the match? Bray Wyatt lost to Kane. Kane. This match had no reason for Wyatt not to go, and it didn't anger me because it does help further his story with Randy, but no reason Bray should lost his match. For the good spots, I gave this match a C plus, and because I know it's gonna continue the feud between Randy and Bray, so I'm gonna give that match a C plus. Next up was Heath Slater and Rhino versus the Usos for in the finals of the tournament. And WWE went all the way. Heath Slater and Rhino won. I thought that the Usos were going to win. I was wrong. And I was wrong about it. The match was nothing special. But it was just a feel-good moment for Heath Slater to win and get the contract on SmackDown. Him and Rhino are tag team champions. I thought WWE was going to have the Usos win and do a feud with American Alpha. But this makes me wonder what's next for Slater and Rhino. Unless they're going to hold off on American Alpha coming back. So Usos will get a shot at No Mercy. Either way, it was a feel-good moment for Slater, but nothing special. Rhino hit the gore. And when the ref's back was turning, Heath got a shoulder on one of the Usos. I don't know which one. And for the 1, 2, 3. And Heath Slater and Rhino's tag team champions. I gave the match a C+. Finally, AJ Styles versus Dean Ambrose for the WWE Championship. And this match was good. Just as good as I expected. AJ worked on Dean's legs throughout the entire match, and had Dean in the calf crusher. Dean, got to the rope. Then AJ put him in the calf crusher again. Then the way Dean got out of it by slamming AJ's head into the mat over and over until he just let go of him. That was a cool spot. Dean, AJ was like in between the bottom and the middle rope, and Dean drop kicked him through the rope. That was cool. Dean hit a suicide dive. AJ hit a 450, the springboard 450, and Dean kicked out. Good, great. Dean threw AJ into the audience, and then Dean ran along the announce tables and just jumped on AJ. That was my favorite spot of the match, and that was the spot that really popped the crowd because the crowd, just not saying they were dead because they were behind. Seemed like it was like 80% for AJ and 20% for Dean, but the crowd seemed dead for a lot of the match. And Dean and AJ was a really good match. It's like Dean and Dolph where the crowd was dead, which the match wasn't that good. This was a good match. And AJ Styles is the WWE champion. Thank goodness he won because it helped me keep the brother versus brother heavyweight championship because of the tie. But this isn't about me. It's about AJ Styles winning the one world title that eluded him his entire career. I was so happy for AJ. Now, the ending was good. Now, a lot of people might not like the ending because basically Dean went for dirty deeds and AJ accidentally knocked him into Mike Chioda. And while Chioda was, well, he wasn't completely down. His back was turned for a second. AJ hit Dean with a low blow and hit with the Styles Clash for the 1-2-3. Some people might not be happy that AJ won the WWE Championship that way, but people forget he's a heel. Like the same thing with the Miz and Dolph Ziggler. A heel won it like that, not a babyface. And also the low blow ending helps Dean, gives Dean a reason to get a rematch in No Mercy, and it keeps him looking strong. That's how you gotta book these matches. Not just have someone go over, but you have to also make them look strong in defeat. And Dean was strong in defeat. He didn't give up to the calf crusher. He only lost to a low blow. And I don't know if, I don't think Dean's trying to make excuses, but that's a good excuse for getting a rematch. I gave that match also a B+. Nothing hit A levels, but this was still a really good match. Next, so what am I going to give this pay-per-view overall? The women's title match got a B+. Usos and Hype Bros C. Miz and Ziggler B+. Kane and Bray got a C+. Slater and Rhino got a C+. And AJ Styles and Dean Ambrose got a B+. So we have 2 C+, 3 B+, and 1 C. If I round that out, that equals up to a B. I thought a B for Backlash. I thought Backlash was a solid pay-per-view. Definitely step up over SummerSlam. And let me just say, like I should have probably brought this up already, but it didn't feel like Backlash without the big metal bars. And anyone that's been watching wrestling for as long as I have knows what that means. But I'm really going to tune to SmackDown Tuesday because I haven't really been watching a lot of it. But the way Backlash, and I got to see what they do with AJ being champion now. And I would say I'll be at Raw tomorrow night because it's here in Baltimore, but I'm not going to be able to go. You might see Kyrie because he's going to be there. But until next time we see, my name is Kyron Chase. I'll see you guys later.